I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way.
Welcome to the Cricket Australia Virtual Community Cricket Awards, where tonight we celebrate and recognise the amazing work of cricket volunteers from across the country. With this week also being National Volunteer Week, we want to say a huge thank you to over 150,000 volunteers from all across the country who make cricket the amazing sport it is. My name's Pete Laser, a pleasure to be your MC this evening, so sit back and help us celebrate some amazing volunteers. As we move into the awards, I would firstly like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which we are all watching the awards tonight and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. The awards tonight are proudly supported by CommBank, who continue to not only support the running of these awards, but continue to invest in grassroots cricket, in particular initiatives that make cricket a sport for all. Let's hear from them now.
On behalf of the Commonwealth Bank, we would love to extend a massive congratulations to all of the nominees and winners of today's Community Cricket Awards. Community cricket is the foundation of the support and it is so very vital to its success. That's why for 35 years we've supported cricket in the community to ensure that cricket is in fact a sport for all. Through our Growing Cricket for Girls Fund, we've helped field thousands of new teams since the start of the program, and how wonderful is it to see them all out playing again. Once again, congratulations to you all and thank you for continuously growing and changing the game for the better so that all of our future generations can enjoy this sport we love.
First up for this evening, to officially open the awards, let's welcome the new Chair of Cricket Australia, Dr. Lachlan Henderson.
Welcome to the 2021-2022 Community Cricket Awards. It's National Volunteers Week, so it's really timely that we recognise the great contribution that our volunteers make to cricket across the country. There's over 150,000 volunteers in Australia who support our cricket teams. Tonight we recognise and celebrate the achievements of a few, but I thank you all for the contribution that you make to cricket. Have a great evening.
Thanks, Lachlan. As another season comes to a close, we look back across a season that brought us connection, brought us community, and brought sport back into our lives. As we emerged from the pandemic, these things meant more than ever, and community cricket became a vehicle for so much more. Let's take a look back at the season that was 2021-2022.
And bowled, it's gone straight through him.
Now to our first award. First up, we have the Indoor Facility of the Year Award. This award recognises an indoor facility that embraces the connection with cricket and the community to provide the best program experience to all its participants. And our finalists are Box Hill Action Indoor Sports and Mega Courts Indoor Sports. Let's take a closer look at our amazing finalists.
With a rich history as one of the premier facilities in the state, Box Hill Action Indoor Sports offers a wide range of cricket competitions, partners with local schools and supports community coaching programs. For their demonstrated connection to supporting the community through their variety of initiatives including school holiday programs, specialised coaching, local academies and pre-season net use.
And the winner of the Indoor Facility of the Year Award is Box Hill Action Indoor Sports. The Box Hill Action Indoor Sports Centre is in its 38th year of operation and enjoys the reputation of being the premier facility in the state with the highest patronage. It offers regular weekly indoor cricket competitions for junior and adult teams, hosts and manages various inter-school tournaments, caters for school and social bookings, and conducts coaching programs. Next up, we have the Community Coach of the Year. This award celebrates a coach who exemplifies coaching the Australian way. Someone who has gone out of their way to make sure that participants are supported to develop both their skills and a lifelong love of cricket. And our finalists are Andrew Watson from the Southern Districts Magpies Cricket Club and Ian Kenny from the Streaky Bay Cricket Club. Let's take a look at some of their fantastic work.
As an experienced coach, Ian dedicates himself to creating a safe and welcoming space for all players and their families. Ian actively involves parents in volunteering and connects with his players in a way that suits them to ensure they always feel part of the team. For leading by example when it comes to developing relationships with officials, parents and coaches, he has been instrumental in developing the club's competitive but respectful culture across all grades.
And the winner of the Community Coach of the Year award is Ian Kenny from the Streaky Bay Cricket Club. With over a decade of experience, Ian has a deep understanding of just how important sport is to isolated communities and fights hard for as many opportunities for his kids as possible. Ian has a passion for treating each player as an individual and connecting with them in a way that is embraced by each team he coaches. Well done, Ian. Our next award is the Inclusion and Diversity Initiative of the Year award. This award looks to acknowledge the outstanding delivery of diverse and inclusive experiences by finding clever and innovative ways to engage and grow their offering. The nominees for Inclusion and Diversity Initiative of the Year award are Morphettville Park Cricket Club and Michelle Hare. Let's take a closer look at these outstanding finalists.
For their work in collaborating with parents and carers to develop and offer a sustainable weekly cricket program for people with a disability. For her work in the development of the Northern Beaches Disability Blast program, which not only provides cricket playing opportunities for kids with a disability, it also provides those over the age of 16 living with a disability with coaching and volunteering opportunities.
And the winner for the Inclusion and Diversity Initiative of the Year award is Michelle Hare. Congratulations,
Wow,
Michelle. We've got you on the line with us. Well done. You are this year's Inclusion and Diversity Initiative of the Year winner. Talk us through a little bit about this initiative, how it all came about.
I'm not really sure, actually. I was approached by Cricket New South Wales to do some work with some of the mentally disabled kids, which was really fantastic. I really enjoy working with kids with special needs. Some of the kids have mild autism, ADHD. Some of them struggle a little bit physically, but I tell you what, after an hour, they're tired, but they just have this smile on their face that's just so warming. And I really enjoy it. I also work with the blind cricketers, and it's a rewarding part of being able to work with kids that wouldn't normally be able to play cricket on a Saturday afternoon or something like that. So yeah, it's very, very rewarding.
I love how cricket is a sport for all, and you mentioned that smile that you see. Does that make it all worth it? Because there's a lot of time and effort that goes into it, but you see that smile at the end. Is that what makes it worth it for you?
Oh, absolutely. That smile. Some of the kids get there early so that they're there for longer than an hour. You're always happy to stay a little bit longer because, it's that smile. It's that when you see them coming and they run up to you and they just have that, they greet you. You get to know their names. You coach a lot of kids and you don't always get to know their names so quickly, but you get to know these kids' names. And look, you know what? Yeah, it is a lot of hard work, but you're actually being physically active yourself. You're not standing on the sideline or watching someone, you're catching a ball, you're having a throw. And again, it's at the end of the day, it's that smile. And then you just look forward to every weekend when they're coming back. And then probably the most disappointing part about it is that it comes to an end. There's a weekend where it finishes and you just think, oh, if we could just go another week and another week and another week. So it's just an amazing initiative by cricket organisations to include everyone and just let everyone have a little bit of fun.
What is it about cricket? What is it about our sport that can just bring everyone together and get those smiles, elicit such fun when otherwise maybe other days of the week are nowhere near as much fun as playing the sport that we love? What is it about our sport?
Well, I think you don't need a cricket pitch. You can just a backyard. There's backyard cricket. So one of the boys that we work with, him and his dad play cricket at nearly every afternoon. And so when he came, you could just see that the passion in his eyes, they sit and they watch it. So cricket is a game for people to watch. You don't necessarily have to understand it, but you can watch it. Like I said, you don't need a cricket pitch. You just need a bit of ground, whether it's, beach cricket, cricket in an oval, but just a little bit of space where you can catch a ball or you can hit a ball. And again, the good thing is you can modify the game so that everybody, whether they're old or young or they have a physical ability, all of them can take part. We've got a little boy that has a little frame, and when he's batting, he basically uses that bat as a support. So, just as I said, it just gives everyone that ability to have something, and we can diversify it in so many ways that these kids can just have a little bit of fun.
The results of your initiative have been fantastic, but you don't know that you're going to get those results when you first come up with it and implement it. What sort of drove you to create such an amazing initiative within the Northern Beaches?
Well, again, it's about inclusion. It's about giving every girl and boy the opportunity to just catch a ball or to be able to hold a cricket bat and hit it, and again, you're teaching them just a whole range of skills, and they don't have to be necessarily good at it. But again, you're just creating that initiative to spend an hour or give that girl or boy that an hour or 2 hours of your time, just so that they can have a little bit of fun, throwing a sandbag into a hoop and making it competitive and giving them a little bit of a challenge as well, just forgetting what a disability they have and just treating them just like a normal girl or boy.
So this question's coming, Michelle. Most importantly, what will the kids think when they see that you've won this award? What are they going to say and what will they think about you?
Oh, hopefully they'll just keep coming, and hopefully they'll bring some more of their friends and just, keep coming and attending those Saturday mornings, keep enjoying themselves and just improving their motor skills and just getting out and about, out in the fresh air for that hour.
And Michelle, I know you don't do it for the recognition, but what does it mean to win this award from Cricket Australia?
Look, it's a huge honour, and again, when I'm working with the kids next year, it's not something that they'll probably know about. But at the end of the day, it's good to get a pat on the back, but ultimately that's not what really drives me. It's just about spending that time with the kids and just that smile on their face just puts a huge smile on my face. And at the end of the day, it's something that really motivates me to keep coaching. So, even when I've had the worst week of work or even, you have problems with some of the kids that you coach, you go there and by the end of it, you're tired. And even I have a big smile on my face.
Well, congratulations, Michelle. It's a great initiative. It gets more and more people involved in our great sport of cricket, and that's in no small part to the wonderful initiative that you've come up with. So congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we have the Celebrating Cricket in Schools category. This award celebrates a school, an ambassador or initiative that celebrates the connection between the school, student and the broader cricket community. The nominees for the Celebrating Cricket in Schools Award are Katie Liebelt from Clare High School in South Australia and Wayne Schultz from the Roxburgh Park Primary School in Victoria. Let's take a closer look at our amazing finalists.
For promoting and connecting more girls to cricket in South Australia by coordinating the biggest all-girls carnival for secondary schools in the state, which sees over 300 girls compete. Wayne embraces his role as ambassador by participating in national research, train the trainer and educational activities, advocating for cricket through broader industry channels, and supporting the creation of new school-based initiatives, all whilst creating a love of cricket with his students.
And the winner for the Celebrating Cricket in Schools award is Wayne Schultz from Roxburgh Park Primary School in Victoria. Wayne is a cricket school ambassador at Roxburgh Park Primary School. In his short time at the school, he's seen a huge amount of engagement and growth across participation, skills and general love for movement through the game by embracing cricket as a tool for learning and activity. Well done, Wayne. Have you ever wondered what role the Australian men and women's team would have if they joined your club as a volunteer? What would they be like at your local club? Well, wonder no longer. Sit back and enjoy the next video as we take a short break from our awards.
If I was a club volunteer, I'd be president.
Not too sure, probably nothing too responsible.
Yeah, maybe I'll start at the umpiring and fire a few batsmen.
I think I would make the sandwiches for lunch.
Like to do a bit of coaching, but I reckon I could man the barbecue, keep everyone happy.
I would more than likely be the groundsman and producing spinning wickets.
I'd love to be that mum in the canteen making the sandwiches and having a yarn to everyone. I think I'd really enjoy that job.
If I was a club volunteer, I'd definitely be a scorer. The little signals to the umpires, just to feel like you're involved in the game.
I'd clean, I'd do a lot of cleaning, I enjoy that, and probably be behind the bar most of the time.
Probably something out on the field, playing with kids, maybe volunteer or umpire.
Bar manager, would happily do that voluntary. I'd probably need to get my RSA before I put my hand up for that job, but I think that will be me post-retirement down at EMP.
So good. Did any of those answers surprise you? Starkey firing batsman, probably not so much. Our next category for the night is Community Match Official of the Year. The award recognises a match official, such as a scorer, team manager or umpire, who leads by example in championing safe, fair and enjoyable cricket for all. The nominees for Community Match Official of the Year are Greg Payne and Daryl Holt.
For his commitment to providing safe and enjoyable club experiences through the Darling Downs and southwest Queensland, whilst also supporting broader regional umpiring outcomes. For his active involvement in the education and mentoring of new umpires and support of community outcomes through school-based engagement and charity involvement.
And the winner for the Community Match Official of the Year award is Daryl Holt. Daryl is an experienced umpire. However, off the field, he also actively educates and mentors new junior and senior umpires coming through the system. Daryl also gives his time to supporting school sport cricket, as well as the Crusaders Society, which fosters cricket amongst young people and the Foundation of Goodness in Sri Lanka. Well done, Daryl. Next up is one of our newest and most exciting categories, Young Leader of the Year Award. This award has recognised some amazing individuals, and tonight will be no different. The award celebrates a young person under the age of 25 who positively impacts those around them through their off-field leadership in volunteering. The nominees for the Young Leader of the Year award are Neil Kalia from the Wembley Districts Junior Cricket Club and Ellie Campbell from the Burwood Cricket Club in Victoria. Let's take a closer look at our finalists now.
For being a highly valued coach and mentor for young players in the Star Blast program. His passion to provide a fun, exciting environment has inspired other teammates to take up volunteering, creating a legacy of junior leaders at the club. For her leadership across inclusion and diversity programs that pave the way for more people to be involved in cricket. Her leadership in activities such as Pink Stumps Days, sports and life training and more, ensure the club is a welcoming place for the entire community.
And the winner for the Young Leader of the Year award is Neil Kalia from the Wembley Districts Junior Cricket Club in Western Australia. Word of Neil's impact has spread throughout the community, to the point where young leaders look to him to guide them in their involvement in this space. Neil is already working to support a junior girl who is eager to get involved in volunteering after witnessing Neil's contagious enthusiasm with the Star Blast kids. Well done, Neil. Next up, the Technology and Media Initiative of the Year Award. This award goes to an individual, club or association who uses technology to create a connection to its members by reducing volunteer time, connecting members through social media, or enhancing participant experience. The nominees for the Technology and Media Initiative of the Year Award are the Western Australian Country Cricket Board and Aaron Hagenbach. Let's take a look at our finalists for this category.
For the board's introduction of a regional cricket podcast as a way of sharing news and updates, local cricket stories, and celebrating local players. For their T20 competition draft pick social media campaign involving player-targeted social media platforms, Frogbox live streaming, and sponsorship strategy.
And the winner of the Technology and Media Initiative of the Year Award is the Western Australian Country Cricket Board. Congratulations to the WA Cricket Board. Well done. Rob Marshall joins us, the chair. Rob, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. That is absolutely stunning announcement. Thank you very much for that.
How does it feel to win this award, knowing it's a pretty cool category to win?
It's an extremely cool category to win, and look, I've got to say, it's come as a complete shock, and feel very humbled right now. Very, very humbled. It's something that is, I guess, a vindication to a bunch of volunteers who got together about this time last year and said, we need to find better communication channels, better ways to be able to communicate with our volunteers within a very large region. Over here in Western Australia, our region stretches, Pete, from Port Hedland down to Esperance and out into the goldfields and beyond. So communication is really important, and to win this award is huge vindication to a bunch of people who took a leap of faith.
And a podcast. I mean, there's podcasts everywhere now, but we talked about this 10 years ago. No one would have known what we were talking about. Where did it sort of come from this being the idea and the best communication for everyone who's out there?
Look, yeah, it's a great question. Basically, we've been examining for decades now better ways to be able to communicate out to our stakeholders and our volunteers and our players and officials and those that engage with WA regional cricket. And I mean, we've successfully found a few ways over the journey, but this one just sort of seemed to jump out of us. You know, if you've got a guy on a tractor out the back of the wheat belt somewhere, you know, he's on there for 8 hours. So to stick some earphones in his head and have a listen to a podcast all about WA regional cricket, he's all over it, I reckon. And, you know, we've got some amazing programs in WA regional cricket right now that needed better communication, both men's, women's and junior. And the podcast has just hit an accord. It's been amazing.
What's been some of the feedback that you have got, either someone on a tractor or, you know, kids who just want to hear their own name or their own club as well? What's been some of the feedback that you've heard?
Yeah, again, a great question. I'm toting it out a bit. I did have a guy bail me up only a few weeks ago and said to me, he is a farmer from out in the wheat belt. He said, I'm not happy with your podcast, Rob. And I said, what's that? He said, well, why? I said, why is that? And he said, well, it only goes for an hour and I'm on the tractor for 8 hours. Can you make it go a bit longer? So yeah, some great feedback. And certainly, yeah, we're trying to capture the sounds of WA regional cricket in many and different ways, tap into the passions that are there for WA regional cricket players. We interview people that, you know, most people outside of WA regional cricket wouldn't know who they are, but their passion for cricket is just culpable, and we're capturing that, and people are just loving it. Pete, we're getting listeners from all around the world now to WA regional cricket events and people being interviewed. It's amazing.
Have you created a couple of cult heroes as well? Everyone likes hearing certain names along the way. Have you got a few of those?
We have, yeah. I'll call out the fact that we're actually on a trilogy at the moment of episodes where we're calling out a match that was played back in 2005 where a country cricketer called Richard Savage scored 172 off, I think it was somewhere in the vicinity of 49 balls. It's the fastest 150 ever scored at the Wacker to this day, as far as we know. So we've been unpacking that match from different individuals who played in that match, and it's a fascinating journey to tap into, just to hear how that unfolded. A team chased down 370 in 50 overs when they were 6 for 140 at one stage. So pretty amazing stuff. They're still fetching the balls out of the printable stand, which I think just got demolished recently, by the way.
They do. They'll probably find a couple of kookaburras in there.
Yeah.
What is it about cricket that elicits this sort of passion and for such a broad spectrum of followers, I suppose, in both ages and regions? What is it about cricket that does this?
I think there is something unique about country cricket. I'm not going to, diminish other forms of cricket, Premier cricket around the States or whatever, but there's something about bush cricket, if you want to call it that just, I think there is a recognition at some point, and I'm a classic example where you go, well, I'm not going to make it to the big stage, so I'm going to make this as big a stage as I possibly can. And country cricketers are passionate. They are super passionate, and to be able to tap into that, hear the stories. There's always that larrikin story out there as well. The story of the snake that came out onto the wicket while they were playing, or, the dog that ran off with the ball or something like that. Those sort of stories resonate with anybody, I reckon. They just love to hear that sort of thing. And the podcast is capturing that, as well as that communication channel, that ability for us to tell a huge range of people across a large state about an event that's on, and it's coming up and they're hearing it now.
Do some of the stories from the past get bigger now because now there's a platform and an audience to listen to these stories?
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about that. The snake that crawled out onto the pitch has gone from being 3 foot to 7 foot, and that sort of thing. So, yeah, no, there's no issue about that. And it probably wasn't actually a snake in the first place. It was probably a lizard. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I think the story in WA country cricket is never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So, yeah.
Well, my cricket's taken away all the stories that we used to talk about because people can actually look at what you actually scored as opposed to what you said you scored. So we can come back the other way now with your podcast. Absolutely, yeah, totally, yeah. Some guys are suddenly scoring 200s when they only scored 70s, and all sorts of things. So yeah, no, it's a great listen, and hey, I'd encourage everybody to jump on to have a listen to Out on the Paddock because it's a great product. We love it. So we've loved it so far, and congratulations on winning this award. But what's next? What's the future of Out on the Paddock? What does it look like? Well, look, yeah, can I call out one of the successes of the podcast is our production. We decided when we were going to do this that we weren't going to do it, just sort of on the fly, you might say. So I want to call out Nat Marshall, who is our sound producer and the production of the podcast. I'm the one who's lucky enough to be the voice of it, but Nat does all the production and it makes all the difference. It's created a bar for us in WA country cricket now that says, we can do things pretty professionally even though we're out in the bush. So that sort of led us to some other events, and we're now really putting a lot of focus on our social media and also our website to ensure that when you want to engage with WA country cricket, you're going to get a fantastic result. It's been a big summer of cricket in Western Australia, and another award heading out west. Congratulations, Rob. Well done to you and the team, because it is a team event, no doubt. It absolutely is, Pete, and I called it out before. A leap of faith by a bunch of volunteers who make up the WA Country Cricket Board. Also, the team at WA Cricket, headed up by Steve Philippi, Andrew Hayes, and the country unit there. Everybody got around it. It was one of those ones that you could have went, nah, that's too hard. But so many people got around it. The guests, the interviewees, everybody has supported it in an amazing way. So this is a great vindication. And of course, we can't do it without the listeners. So to have all that come together and then win this award is amazing. Thank you very much. Well, it's going from strength to strength, and there's some great things coming out of country Western Australia. The Western Australian Country Cricket Board, congratulations on winning this award. Well done, Rob. Thank you, Pete. Our next award is the Partnership of the Year Award. This award recognises those who go above and beyond to work with the cricket community. The Community Partnership of the Year Award recognises outstanding leadership and support in building community-based partnerships that provide positive outcomes to the cricket community. The nominees for the Community Partnership of the Year are Blind Cricket Tasmania, and Townsville Western Suburbs and Garbutt Magpies Cricket Club. Let's take a closer look at our finalists now.
For their leadership in celebrating and educating local communities in Indigenous culture and supporting the pathway for more Indigenous kids to be involved in cricket. For partnering with local clubs and not-for-profits to help develop an extensive network that creates awareness of blind and visually impaired cricketers in the community.
And the winner for the Community Partnership of the Year award is Blind Cricket Tasmania. By mainstreaming their approach to build this program and the community engagement, there's a meaningful realisation to those within clubs and the broader association of what All Abilities Cricket is, as promoted by Cricket Australia. The program is a real example of a diversity and inclusion strategy in action, and the positive impact regarding social, physical and mental health benefits that result. Well done to Blind Cricket Tasmania. Now let's share something just a little bit different. It's a video of the top 10 catches this season across community cricket. Enjoy.
Him, gets through to Edward.
How about some of those catches? Unbelievable. You might have recognised someone in that video. Look forward to next year just to see whether you can make it into the top 10. Let's move into our next award of the night, the Junior Cricket Initiative of the Year award. This award looks to acknowledge the outstanding delivery of junior cricket experiences by finding clever and innovative ways to engage and grow their junior offering with a focus on education, fun and social connection. The nominees for Junior Initiative of the Year award are Herbert River Cricket Club and Wingerden Districts Cricket Club. Let's look at some of the outstanding work of our finalists.
for breaking tradition with a Friday night competition that has seen an increase in participation by over 84%, as well as a new girls-only program, multiple divisions, and a family-friendly hub for the whole community to enjoy. The Club School Cricket League engaged over 40 participants from local schools in the area, creating great school-to-club transition and the development of closer relationships with the school community.
And the winner of the Junior Initiative of the Year award is the Herbert River Cricket Club. After years of experiencing decreases in its junior participation, Herbert River decided to take action that has drastically improved the state of the club's junior base. Embracing a Friday night competition instead of the traditional Saturday, the competition increased participation by 84% with girls-only programs, multiple divisions, and alignment with blast programs. The club has enhanced and truly embraced its entire community. Congratulations! We move our focus now to associations. The Community Cricket Association of the Year award is provided to an association who actively works to create a sustainable competition that provides opportunities for everyone to have a chance to be involved in the great game of cricket. The nominees for the Community Cricket Association of the Year are the Colac and District Cricket Association in Victoria and the Barossa and Light Cricket Association in South Australia. Let's take a closer look at our finalists now.
For their leadership as one of the premier associations in the state, for its governance, community engagement, and overall health of junior and senior cricket, the association actively seeks opportunity not only to improve their offering, but also to reduce the burden of club and association volunteers. For ensuring the game of cricket has become the sport of choice in the Colac region. Over 7 to 8 years, the junior cricket teams and blast numbers have increased exponentially, and women's cricket has also expanded, due in large to their engagement with parents and active working groups. This has led to the association receiving over 95% satisfaction for their programs.
And the winner of the Community Cricket Association of the Year award is the Barossa and Light Cricket Association in South Australia. The Barossa and Light Cricket Association is one of the premier associations in the state for its governance, community engagement, and overall health of junior and senior cricket. The association actively seeks opportunity to not only improve their offering, but also to reduce the burden of club and association volunteers. The Barossa and Light Cricket Association continues to provide both high quality cricket on the field and high quality operations off the field to ensure that it's run well and operates with efficiency. Congratulations! Next up, we have the Women and Girls Initiative of the Year award. This award looks to celebrate the outstanding delivery of female-based experiences by finding clever or innovative ways to engage and grow their program. The nominees for the Women and Girls Initiative of the Year award are Tassie Superstars Women's Team and West Pennant Hills Cherrybrook Cricket Club. Let's take a look at these incredible finalists.
For creating the first women's multicultural team in Tasmania. Before this season, none of the players had ever played cricket before, but thanks to the work of key volunteers and surrounding clubs, the team is paving the way for women of diverse backgrounds to get involved in cricket. For their work in creating the Girls Development Initiative, a holistic development program aimed at empowering girls with a focus on skill development, leadership, sport nutrition, and the spirit of cricket in the community.
And the winner of the Women and Girls Initiative of the Year award is West Pennant Hills Cherrybrook Cricket Club for the implementation of a comprehensive girls development initiative designed to empower and build self-belief in the girls both on and off the field. The program focuses on 4 key elements: cricket skill development, leadership training, nutrition for sports workshop, and spirit of cricket. Well done. With 2 awards to go, next up we hear about Community Cricket Club of the Year. Club of the Year can never fully be expressed in a short nomination video. The work these clubs do really does come from striving to create a welcoming place for everyone, where community can come together for not only cricket, but greater connection. This category recognises a community cricket club that actively creates welcoming environments and seeks to create sustainable participation and growth through good governance, volunteer support and inclusive on-field programs. The nominees for the Community Cricket Club of the Year award are Bega Angledale Cricket Club and the Warwick Greenwood Cricket Club in Western Australia. Let's take a closer look at these two amazing clubs.
For their leadership in driving change and innovation by embracing mental health awareness initiatives, volunteer management, technology use, and child safeguarding with the aim of building fun, engaging and welcoming cricket opportunities for everyone in their local community. For the ability to come out of the COVID-impacted off-season to rapidly grow and offer an opportunity for players to participate in cricket. This growth mindset is leading to better recruitment and retention of players and volunteers.
And the winner of the Community Cricket Club of the Year award is Warwick Greenwood Cricket Club in Western Australia. And we have got the president, Lincoln Rollo, who is with us. Lincoln, congratulations.
Thanks very much. That's amazing. Very, very humbled and absolutely massively stoked.
Now you look like you're in a pretty fancy place here with cricket bats behind you and everything else. Whereabouts does this find you?
I'm actually waiting to get on a plane, so I managed to cajole a Qantas Club person to let me into a nice little fancy room, and lo and behold, it's got a cricket bat and a picture of Don Badman up on the wall. So there you go.
You just cannot escape it. This is what it's all about, mate. You cannot escape cricket wherever you go.
100%. Just when you think the cricket season's finished, you know, there's always something that happens, and in fact, we're already getting ready for next season.
Warwick Greenwood Cricket Club, the Community Cricket Club of the Year. Talk us through a little bit about your club, where it is and what you do.
Yeah, so we're located in the northern suburbs of Perth, and we're a senior club, men's and women's sides. Probably the thing that we've worked on really hard in the last few years is our connection with junior cricket. We have a very strong junior club that is a separate club, but we've worked really hard to just build that relationship to ensure that, you know, we're giving a pathway to the young men and girls to come through and play senior cricket. And we have a number of sides. We're able to give a vast sort of variety of players an opportunity in different grades. It doesn't matter how skilled or not skilled you are. There's a pathway for you at Warwick Greenwood.
Mate, it's an unbelievable effort. I know that a lot of clubs all around Australia put a huge amount of work in, and you'd be no different. What does it mean to you and your club to win this award?
Oh, it's insane. And look, it's you know, from a committee point of view, it's a unbelievable pat on the back. You know, it just sort of provides us with a bit of insight into, yeah, you are doing the right thing. You know, you're not only just doing the right thing for your club, but you're doing the right thing for the game of cricket, which is a focus for us. You know, we really want to try and make sure that people fall in love and stay in love with the game of cricket, and the more people we have playing, obviously, the better it is for our game.
You've spoken of your men's team and how you've got women's teams involved as well. This is all about a welcoming environment. What do you think has contributed to your club winning this award this year?
I think being able to provide, you know, a safe environment to play cricket, you know, as I said, depending on your skill level, but also a fun environment, one that's sort of all-encompassing. We certainly never turn any players away from our club, no matter what their capabilities are or their personalities for that matter. So we welcome everyone on board, and we give them the opportunity to play cricket. Cricket clubs are like family, we know that. And a little birdie told me that your club's recently been dubbed the Red Family, and I see the shirt on there. Talk us through what it means to you. What's the Red Family? Yeah, the Red Family, it's a good one. And I mean, for me, I moved into the area sort of 10 years ago and didn't know really any people. I thought I need to join a cricket club or a sporting club, join the club. And I look at it now and, you know, I could say I've got 20, 30, 40, 50 of the closest mates I've ever had. And they're all from the cricket club, and they are like family. They're my brothers and my sisters. And yeah, it means a lot to us to be, it's not just in name with the Red Family, we are genuinely family.
So what does it mean to you personally as the leader, if you like, the figurehead, the president of the club? What does it mean to you to have walked into this environment and now been recognised on the Australian stage, the Cricket Australia stage?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's been a long journey, to be honest. You know, we merged, Warwick and Greenwood merged around 11 years ago, and from those early days of probably a little bit of infighting, I guess, between the two clubs as we merged together, to come out sort of the other end. And, you know, we've been really strong on creating a culture and then building that culture. So we can honestly say and sit here right now that we are the Red family. You know, we all play for each other and mean a lot to each other. So as the president of the club, just a figurehead, you know, there's so many other people that do so much work and have created everything that we've been able to achieve to be able to get to this point today. So we're very thankful.
We know the Volunteers are the lifeblood of any sporting club. What do they mean to you, and what will this award mean to the Volunteers and the Red family?
I thought everything, you know, really, to win an award like this, it shows other people what the club is capable of, and the club is run solely by volunteers. And I'd like to think that it's inspirational and motivational to other people that perhaps are sitting on the sidelines and thinking about perhaps volunteering, see the mighty Red family, you know, take out the big gong and think, well, I want to jump on board and be a part of this as well.
It's unbelievable. Not only we found you at the Qantas Club, you've got Don Bradman and a cricket bat behind you, you've got the internet off your phone to make sure you could join this call, and now you've won this award on behalf of Warwick Greenwood Cricket Club. Congratulations, Lincoln. Well done.
Yeah, thanks very much, and thanks to Cricket Australia and also to the WACA for their support. They do a great job for us in what obviously has been pretty trying times over the last 2 years. And also, you know, got to thank our association as well. They do a great job administrating our competition to allow us to even just get on the park.
Well done, mate. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, before we move into our final award of the night, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank not only our finalists, but everyone who's watching at home, and importantly, all of our cricket volunteers from across the country.
To the cricket volunteers out there, thank you to each and every one of you. Your selflessness, your time and dedication that you've put towards cricket have made it another successful season. So from all of us players, thank you very much.
Thank you.
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 And so we come to our final award for the evening, and it's the Volunteer of the Year Award. This award goes to an outstanding individual who has demonstrated significant contribution and leadership in supporting their club, association, program or team to create great experiences for their community. As you can imagine, the top two finalists are pretty extraordinary. The nominees for Volunteer of the Year Award are Nicole Williams from the Brighton Cricket Club and Sandra Haggerty from the Swan Valley Cricket Club. Let's take a closer look at these incredible finalists.
For continuing to drive change in her community through funding programs, adoption of the Autism in Cricket program, her work as a good sports advocate, and her passion for creating a welcoming club for all. For the implementation of what is now one of the largest blast and junior cricket programs in South Australia. Not only that, she is also responsible for some of the most successful fundraising and sponsorship initiatives the club has ever seen.
And the winner of the Volunteer of the Year Award is Nicole Williams from Brighton Cricket Club. Congratulations, Nicole, you're joining us now. This is unbelievable. How does it feel to be named the Volunteer of the Year Award winner?
I actually wasn't expecting this, so I'm sure there's a lot of other worthy contenders. So thank you.
Don't deflect onto other people, Nicole. This is all about you. You've just won this award. You know how many volunteers there are all around Australia involved in cricket clubs, and you have won this award.
I'm actually a little bit speechless. My kids are going to think this is hilarious that I've won a cricket award, to be honest with you. So, that's wonderful to be acknowledged for the amount of time and effort that I've put into our not just our cricket club, but cricket in general in South Australia. So that's terrific. Thank you.
Your kids are going to laugh. you say that because they probably thought there's no way you're going to win any sort of cricket award.
Not. And to be honest, before I won the Saka award, it was a bit of a comical conversation and topic in our household because our kids, I've got 3 kids that play cricket and a husband that's played a lot of cricket. They've got many trophies. And I've never had a cricket trophy, so now I've got a couple. So that's lovely.
Now you have indeed. You joined as a junior coordinator at the club 4 years ago. What led you to get involved?
So my first son started playing cricket at Brighton. He'd had about 3 seasons there. I really liked the feel of the club, but could totally see that they needed some help in growing the club, having things run more efficiently. I have a background in project management and business improvement, so it kind of went hand in hand. So yeah, started, joined the committee, got to know the background of the club, and then just kept getting involved more and more. There's some really great people at our club, and my family, my 3 kids and husband are all involved as well. And I think growing up in the country as well, where sport is everything, where you follow your family around on the weekends and it's a big part of your community. I really wanted my kids to grow up with that. So yeah, that's probably why I got involved. It's been a huge journey through COVID, and we've had issues with grounds and we've grown so much. So yeah, it's lovely to be acknowledged in this way. So I can't believe I've won it. So there you go.
It sounds like a great problem to have when you don't have enough grounds for all the players that are there. You created one of the largest junior and master blaster programs in South Australia. How did you achieve it? It can't just be effort. There needs to be a lot of people involved. Just talk us through your journey.
Well, initially it was just about creating an environment that people want to be part of. As I talked about before, the community element. And getting women involved. I found that myself, when Ethan's my son, first started playing cricket there, it was always my husband going out there, and then he was coaching, and I kind of didn't get to know people and didn't really feel part of the club like I had with other sports that we'd been involved with. So, we started, we've now got what we call the Village Green at Brighton on Friday nights, where we have our big wine barrels and stalls and the bar open, and we've got our bistro and the downstairs bar, and it's a real community atmosphere that people actually come down there even if they don't have kids playing cricket, because it's a really enjoyable night. And being Brighton, we have great weather, we're near the beach, it's always lovely here as well, which does help. When I first came in as junior coordinator, we did go to the local schools and started promoting the Blast program and our junior program. We actually haven't been able to promote it in the last couple of years. We are very limited by grounds because we're a turf club. So that has hamstrung us a bit. I know last season I had to say no to over 40 kids at Brighton. A couple of our local clubs I did send them to those clubs, but there's others that are still on the wait list that want to wait and play for Brighton. And I mean, it's a great problem to have, but at the same time, we need to work with Cricket Australia and the Saka to make sure that we are having opportunities for all of these kids to play cricket, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want everyone out there, whether it's cricket or any other sport. It's the same scenario. So yeah, it's terrific that we've grown it the way we have.
What would you say to someone who's thinking of volunteering at their local club, and why would anyone want to volunteer? Because I know the time that you put in, and the effort, but talk us through why.
You've got to enjoy it. You've got to find something that you're passionate about. What you find with community clubs is that everyone comes from different backgrounds. So they've got different skill sets and they want different things out of it. A lot of people love the fact that they can go to their club and the kids, they're running around, whether they're playing footy or cricket or in the playground, they're enjoying it. They feel safe. The parents can have a conversation, an adult conversation with other parents, have a nice meal. And a lot of our volunteers, some volunteers like myself, we put in an enormous amount of hours, but we do that because we're passionate about the club. We can see that things can be improved. There's always things that you can improve on. But I think with other, we're all time poor, right? We all work full time. We all have kids. I know my kids, we have 9 games of cricket every weekend. And my husband's a coach. So we have a lot going on in summer, like a lot of people. So it's trying to find how much time you can devote to whatever sport it is that you choose to volunteer in, and then looking at thinking, well, how can I actually help? Where are my skills? It might just be running a bar on a Friday night, or it might be setting up the oval or turning on the scoreboard, or it might be running an event or you know, there's so many areas. It's not necessarily being a cricket coach or a team manager. There are so many other areas that you can get involved with. So it's about connecting with the committees of your club and finding out what opportunities there are for you to get involved. And it's actually really enjoyable. You'll find there's some really great people involved in your club. You know, some of my kids' best friends, some of our best friends have come out of our local community clubs. So yeah, that's why I encourage people to get involved.
So Nicole, what's the most rewarding part about volunteering for you within Brighton Cricket Club?
I think seeing how much my kids love playing at Brighton. We're also heavily involved in another district club as well, but my kids absolutely love their cricket. They play with a great bunch of kids. Do I say that the families of those kids that they play with are a great bunch of parents? You know, one of my kids plays at Brighton on a Sunday afternoon. We love, you know, some clubs you don't see any parents there. Our club's totally different. We're all lined up on the sidelines. We might have a quiet G&T on the side. Well, that's my drink of choice on a Sunday afternoon. But, you know, I love that environment where you want to be involved, and I love seeing my kids love their cricket and wanting to be out there and being active and being out with their mates. And yeah, that's why I do what I do.
Nicole, you've just won Volunteer of the Year at the Cricket Australia Community Awards. Congratulations.
That's a really big honour. I'm really proud, and I thank you so much for recognising everything that I've done for our club. I really appreciate it.
Well done, Nicole. And that's a wrap for our 2021-22 Community Cricket Awards. Congratulations once again, not only to our winners tonight, but to all of our finalists, and thank you to everyone for watching at home. We'll see you again next year for another incredible season of cricket. Thank you and good night.